Howdy, howdy. Welcome back. Daily Dose of Dopamine, Susan Scarlett, Robert Cochran. And the lady with the hat has just finished all the things that she knows about.
Oh,
And there's some stuff hovering out there that she knows nothing about, except what's going to happen specifically. Um,
and we're talking
it's,
about DBS.
we're talking about deep brain stimulation surgery.
You have a relationship that's, I think, interesting right now because these things have been inserted into your body. And you mentioned, right, there's a chemical and an electrical process that's about to get turned on that'll shift your basic state, right?
And before I go to the turned on part,
Hmm.
I'm realizing now I had such a good explanation for what was going to happen with the brain drilling
Right.
and almost a kind of comfort level because when I woke up from that, everything they told me is how I felt. So it was like, cool, check.
Success. Yeah.
Great. Then I went in 1 week later to have a little incision behind my ear to bring the wire from here down to here and a battery inserted. And I had had that whole thing explained, and that happened. And I woke up and I was a little more sore, just like they predicted I would be.
Yeah.
And all was good until I woke up the next day and the next day and the next day going, uh, what's next?
Now
Did I
what?
forget? Now what? Is
Yeah.
there another thing I'm supposed to do before they turn it on? And it's the turning it on part that's a giant mystery because
Mm,
everybody's story is different at that point.
here we go.
Here we go. So the the electrical that you referenced is the stimulator,
Yeah.
the remote control that controls this battery, which then controls the activity. The chemical is my medication, which my doctor tells me she won't be adjusting for a while. But the ultimate goal at some point in the future would be for me to not need to take quite as much medication. So I would have somewhat less risk of dyskinesia.
Right.
And as the disease progresses or degenerates, whichever way you want to look at it,
Right.
there's this remote control and we can dial it up a little bit if we have
Right.
to,
Rather than more pills.
rather than more pills that have side effects. Well, that's a giant double-sided question mark, Robert. It's like, how much of this do we do, and how much of this do we do, and when do we do it? So now I'm in this really strange place, and I don't even need to figure it out the first step till September 1st. So I'm
Right.
every day I'm walking around going, isn't there? Am I supposed to be doing something? I guess I'm just supposed to be healing.
Yeah. Let's do that right there. Great
Okay.
phrase. Just supposed to be healing. I'm the same way. I run past that all the time, thinking, boom, need to be doing something else, can be doing something else. That healing time, I think we just certainly you and I it sounds like, and probably societally, we undervalue that or underestimate the need for it.
You know what I will say though, I have completely embraced the concept of rest. And before all of these procedures, that was the one thing that I said to people. I know I'm going to need more rest than I think I'm going to need.
Yeah.
And that I have honored every single day. So even if I would make a statement like, I'm just supposed to be healing, just supposed to be healing, I have a mechanism and a vehicle with which to do that, which is in my bed, in my blackout drapes, and it works. I sleep every
Well,
day.
and your relationship with both Chip and Jillian and other friends who are here, self included, to remind and support
Yeah.
that, saying this is not a side thing to do. This is actually part of your process, is to rest. You would take it like you would take a pill or go to an exercise. You take the rest that way.
And then with the exercise, I've given myself permission to significantly reduce what I do, which means I'm going to have a bigger reentry, higher stakes, but that's part of the recovery process. So
And
here.
you've done enough of it of setting up, I think, your foundation to where your body knows what it's doing. You've been exercising long enough, well enough to have that recovery time. When you come back to that phase, you'll know what you're
And confidence that it'll come together.
doing. Perfect.
Yeah. Thank
That's
you
your
for
dose.
5 minutes. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you.